The failed to join session error in Terraria prevents players from connecting to multiplayer games. This issue arises primarily from networking problems, not necessarily game bugs. Terraria uses peer-to-peer, P2P connections for multiplayer, making it vulnerable to issues like NAT-type conflicts, firewall restrictions, and port forwarding failures. In this video, we'll explore how to diagnose and fix these common causes. Before diving into technical fixes, ensure all players are using the same version of Terraria. Mismatched game versions account for a significant portion of connection failures, with statistics showing they cause about 40% of issues. Also, check the official Terraria status page or Relogic's social media for any reported server outages. While less common than version mismatches, server-side issues can temporarily prevent successful connections. Always verify these basic elements first to rule them out before moving to more complex troubleshooting steps. Firewalls and antivirus software can block Terraria's connections, causing the failed to join session error. Temporarily disable your firewall, like Windows Defender, to test if it's the culprit. If disabling the firewall resolves the issue, add Terraria as an exception to allow it to communicate freely. This ensures the game isn't being blocked from establishing a connection. Remember to re-enable your firewall after testing to maintain security. Terraria's default port for hosting is UDP port 7777. If you're hosting the game, you need to forward this port on your router to your computer's local IP address. Here are the steps to set up port forwarding. This is what the router settings interface might look like. Consult your router's manual for specific instructions, as interfaces vary between models. Correct port forwarding is critical for P2P connections. NAT type can significantly impact your ability to connect to other players in Terraria. Network address translation determines how your router handles incoming and outgoing connections. A strict NAT type is the most restrictive setting and can completely block incoming connections needed for hosting multiplayer games. This means other players cannot join your Terraria session. The solution is to change your NAT type to open, or at least moderate, through your router's configuration interface. This allows more flexible connection handling. If changing the NAT type directly isn't possible in your router settings, consider enabling Universal Plug and Play, or UPnP. This feature automatically configures port forwarding for games like Terraria. Here's what the UPnP settings look like in a typical router configuration page. You can see options to enable UPnP and configure related security settings. However, be aware of the security implications before enabling UPnP. While convenient for gaming, UPnP can potentially allow unauthorized access to your network. Consider it a temporary solution and disable it when not needed. These diagrams illustrate how port forwarding and PAT work in network setups. The left shows basic port forwarding, while the right includes additional server configurations that can help with connectivity issues. Always consult your router's manual for specific instructions on changing NAT settings or enabling UPnP. Different router models have different interfaces and security considerations. If peer-to-peer connections in Terraria consistently fail due to networking issues, dedicated servers provide a robust alternative. These servers can be hosted using Terraria's built-in server tool or through third-party hosting services, offering a more stable multiplayer experience by bypassing many of the NAT and port forwarding challenges associated with peer-to-peer setups. Terraria's built-in server tool allows you to host a server directly on your computer, providing full control over the game world and settings. For those preferring managed solutions, third-party hosting services like Shockbyte offer professional server management with features such as automatic backups and technical support. Dedicated servers offer significant benefits over peer-to-peer connections. They bypass the complexities of NAT types and port forwarding requirements that often cause connection failures in P2P setups. Additionally, they provide more reliable and stable multiplayer sessions, making them ideal for persistent or large group play. While dedicated servers require some initial setup, including configuration of server settings and potential compatibility checks for mods like tModLoader, they deliver a stable solution for long-term multiplayer gaming in Terraria. If the above steps don't resolve the failed to join session error, explore online resources like the Terraria Wiki, Steam forums, and Reddit's Terraria. These communities often share specific solutions and workarounds for various network configurations. Additionally, consider contacting Relogic support for personalized assistance. Remember, network environments vary, so combining these fixes and seeking community help is crucial for resolving persistent connectivity issues.